The M4A4 Guardian for most people may look like a very boring skin, but in my honest opinion this is definitely a very clean looking skin as well from the Winter Offensive collection. Definitely very unique, obviously in the factory new condition, and in all conditions there's only around 150,000 of these in existence. But the craziest part about these skins is these skins show a little wear. As you can see, this is the Battle Scout condition and there's only 2,500 of these in existence, and in the near future these will also be used up, maybe because Battle Scout skins are not very demanded and they will have probably the most likely chance to get used up in trade-ups eventually. And the Winter Offensive collection has obviously OG knives, so yes, it is something special, but compared to like Ruby knives and Gamma Doppler knives, it's nothing in my opinion. But the potential is still there because it's a very rare case. It has been rising in price in the past few months, and the Battle Scout condition you can buy for like around 20 euros on third-party websites, which is still very cheap in my opinion. And the long-term future of these skins is huge, ever since, for example, the factory new condition is worth around like what, 100 euros on third-party websites, obviously even cheaper. It could also be a great move to go ahead and buy these. There's like 50,000 of these in existence in the factory new condition, and there's 2,500 in the Battle Scout condition. Also, I haven't seen this skin for a very long time, the Nova Rising Skull from the Winter Offensive collection as well. This is in the factory new condition, a purple skin. This is currently worth up on the Steam community market 10 euros, and on third-party websites you can grab these under $7. I think the potential to these is enormous, ever since these are also very rare from the Winter collection. As I've said, I'm very bullish upon it right now because not a lot of people are covering these skins, and I definitely think there's a lot of room up there. Ever since, as you can see up on the markets, they're definitely not looking crazy, but slowly but surely rising in price. You can barely notice it, but we're going up, that's for sure. And as you can see, the graph is looking very healthy, no manipulations, nothing going on with China, at least that's just my own opinion. And as you can see, we've currently dipped in price, and I think it's a great opportunity, at least it's just my own prediction. Always make your own research upon these investments, but I think there's a lot of upside to these. Are you tired of super expensive steams upon the community market and you want to buy some new ones? Upon Skinland you have the best possible market prices for these skins, no hidden commissions, a 24/7 service, 100% safe, and you get immediate payouts. Skinland also pays out instantly, so you don't have to wait for your balance to arrive. Ever since the latest Valve update, you can still trade your skins here and legends trade here. Skinland is the official partner of Vitality, the best work with the best, even Vitality chooses Skinland. And if you want to sell your skins, here's a bonus for you. If you use my promo code RubyJetski, you get $10 for free if you sell your skins for $100. And thank you Skinland for sponsoring this video. If you compare, for example, to some mil-spec skins also from the Winter Offensive collection, these have been selling out around like for 10 euros, somewhere in that area. I mean, if we look further, it's like 4 or 5 euros actually. And then we've risen to 35, and ever since this crazy pump, we've actually almost reached like the same price at around 10 euros on third-party websites. But as you can see, there's only like the minimal wear condition. None of these are existent in the factory new condition, which is kind of crazy for a skin in my opinion. And the craziest part about these skins is that they're actually pattern based. This is the minimal wear condition, and in my opinion it looks like it's Battle Scout, to be honest. I just love this dark purple theme. I think this would be the perfect color in my opinion, but there's so many different patterns out there, and some of these are going for insane overpay as well, so there could be some nice deals to be found right now upon the markets. Bad trip in minimal wear, field tested and well won. As you can see, we're currently slightly rising in price. It is barely noticeable, but you can definitely tell. The factory new condition, on the other hand, still has way more upside, at least that's just my own prediction. And in the next couple of months, if Valve is actually gonna decide to get rid of the fever case, the potential to these skins could be rising enormously, ever since these are one of the best trade-up skins, at least that's my opinion, because you can get like ruby knives, and the skeleton knives are very beautiful as well. Also, we're currently giving away this M4A4 Polysoup. If you want to participate and win this graphic design collection skin, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up on this video, comment something down below, and make sure that your Steam trade link is in your YouTube description so I can see it and send you the skin right away if you win. I wish to all of you in the comments the best of luck, and let's get right into the next investment on our list. The Desert Eagle Conspiracy from the Breakout collection that we're also very bullish right now. I think it has a lot of potential, ever since these cases are not dropping anymore, are still very desirable just because of the butterflies, and in the factory new condition this skin is looking very beautiful, and this is still not that expensive. I mean, considered in the near future a lot of people will get into this game, and this eagle would attract a lot of people in my opinion. It looks very clean. I mean, definitely very similar to the Deagle Knight, but it has that yellow accent which I absolutely love. It's matching with a lot of loadouts, so definitely a clean looking skin. Yes, the Falchion collection may not be the most desirable one, but I think the AK-47 Aquamarine Revenge is just a very beautiful looking AK with a lot of potential, ever since it has been manipulated and pumped For example, the minimal wear condition has came down a lot. As you can see, the minimal wear condition has been selling around for like 200 euros upon the Steam community market ever since we've went all the way down to like 70, even cheaper on third-party websites. Yes, the factory new condition has also been pumped to like 800 euros, but I think it's the way more volatile, and as you can see, some of these have been sold for 150 euros upon the Steam community market, and if you can grab these around the same price, I think it's definitely worth it. Ever since these skins could finally be rising ever again, but slowly but surely, without any manipulations or anything. Just leave the skin alone, let it breathe. I think there's a lot of future ahead of it. The Tec-9 Avalanche from the Revolver case collection is definitely a very clean looking skin. I think there's a lot of potential to the Revolver collection, generally speaking, and these in the factory new condition obviously don't mind the stat track because we actually don't care. I don't like stat track investments, I would stay away from these, so definitely go for the normal version, but I think these are definitely clean looking skins. Long term, there's some potential. These have been selling at around like 30 euros a few weeks ago, currently going for 20. Prices could be going lower, but the Revolver collection is very rare, and factory new collection skins are very rare because they get used up for trade ups. Because if you get the OG nice, it's very important to get them in the factory new condition, right? The dual Berettas Emerald from the Canals collection, a very old school, generally a very beautiful looking collection, a lot of great skins inside. For example, these mil-spec dual Berettas Emerald, very clean looking pistols. I think Valve has actually destroyed these pistols, at least for those who actually just enjoy playing with skins and don't care about like the price of the skins and want to get the most affordable budget loadout, right? Because these skins are very rare, and to be honest, in the factory new condition and obviously also minimal wear, these are kind of expensive, right? So the problem is Valve has introduced a lot of other new skins that look very similar to these dual Berettas that are way cheaper, but long term as an investment for collectors, I think it could serve its purpose. It can be definitely rising in price in the near future, just because the supply of the Canal collection is not increasing, it's only decreasing already for a very long time, and in the near future it could be going completely distinct. And for example, the AVP Prince is also a very great investment in my opinion. I would try to get my hands on one in the near future, but it's gonna be very hard, so that's why I'm sticking to some mil specs for right now. As you can see upon the Steam community market, the price of these is currently dipping, and I think it could certainly be going even lower, but during these panic sales, at least that's what I call it, I think it could be a great opportunity to go ahead and buy these, because over the past few years the supply hasn't been increasing really, because there's not a lot of people using the Canals collections light blue skins to use them up for trade ups. Obviously it is possible, but it's not happening in big numbers, right? Also, what are your honest thoughts on this souvenir Glock 18 candy apple from the Italy collection with these souvenir stickers? It is currently selling up on the Steam community market for like only a few euros, to be exact, like 8 euros up on the Steam community market right now. I think it's definitely a very clean looking craft. This Glock is especially not very expensive, and I think considering the price, it's definitely worth it, because the cheapest craft to make with the big stickers is right now at around like what, 40-50 euros, somewhere in that area, and for 8 euros I think it's a steal. The CZ Auto Tactic Hat from the Spectrum 2 collection, to be exact, for example in the field tested condition, as you can see the cheapest one listed from factory new all the way down to beta scout. In the field tested condition you can buy these on third-party websites even cheaper. They're selling at around for like 70 cents, somewhere in that area. I think the potential is definitely there to these skins. Ever since they will be used up in trade-ups, it's just gonna take a longer time just because it's a purple skin. And if you're interested in other CS2 investment videos, definitely go ahead and watch our other videos, join our Discord community, the link will be down in the description.